morning, ladies and gentlemen. Before we proceed with our procurement activity, let's start with the prayer to be led by Ms. Kat.
Let's bow our heads in prayer. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Gracious God, thank you for this opportunity to gather. Please grant us clarity, understanding, and cooperation as we work together. Guide us toward decisions that are fair and beneficial to all. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.
The PAC is convening today for the private conference of the procurement of goods and the situation of expression of interest and eligibility documents. From before we proceed, may I call on the PAC Secretariat to call the roll and determine if there is a quorum.
These are the attendees of today's private conference and eligibility check of consultancy projects, headed by our BAC Chairperson, Sir Brgy Barbero, the BAC Vice Chairperson, Sir Arnel Brillantes, the BAC Member for all types of procurement, Sir Heinrich B. Takanay, the BAC Member for all types of procurement, Sir J.R.B. Parel, the BAC Member for consultancy projects, Sir Dan Gerald G. Kitoriano. For goods and services, we have Ms. Diane Grace Galinato. We have also the marketing officers of Rolando Station Surveying Office, Ma'am Jessa Danilio and Ma'am Judy Ann Barreto. 6 BAC members were present, so we have a quorum, sir.
Okay, considering that we are now in a quorum, I now call this private conference and the eligibility check for the consultancy services to order. Okay, first let us proceed with the private conference of the procurement of goods. First, I will provide an overview of the private activity, contract ID number 24 GPA05. Contract name, supply and delivery of various spare parts and lubricants for the use of various service vehicles and equipments. Scope of work is supply and delivery of spare parts and lubricants provided for the contract, 11,355,400 pesos. List of delivery, DPWH-Abra, Rizal Street on 7 Bangued, Abra. Contract duration, 15 calendar days. Cost of bidding documents is 25,000 pesos. Okay, next, may I call on Engineer Brgy to discuss the eligibility requirements, the technical and financial components of the contract to be bid, schedule of procurement of activities, and any relevant documentation needed in the preparation of submitting these.
So for the procurement of goods and services, the first envelope shall contain the following technical information or documents. First is the Belgium Certificate of Registration and Membership in accordance with Section 8.5.2 of the revised IRR. Next is the Certificate of Registration Certificate from SEC, Department of Trade and Industry for Sole Proprietorship or CDA for Cooperatives. We have the Mayor's or the Business Permit. Then we have the tax clearance by Executive Order 3980/2005. The statement of ongoing government and private contracts. Then we have the statement of the bidder's single largest completed contract or the SLCC. Then we have the bid security in the prescribed form, the amount and the validity period. The technical specifications, which may include production or delivery schedule, manpower requirements, and or as after-sales service or parts if applicable. Then we have the omnibus term statement in accordance with Section 25.3 of the revised IRR, the NFCC computation, the JVA or the duly notarized statement in accordance with Section 23.1B of this IRR if applicable. Then we have the second envelope, shall contain the financial information and documents. We have the duly signed and accomplished financial bid form, and we have the duly signed and accomplished price schedule. So notwithstanding the eligibility of a bidder, the procuring entity concerned reserves the right to review the qualifications of the bidder at any stage of the procurement process. If the procuring entity has reasonable grounds to believe that the misrepresentation has been made by the said bidder, or that there has been a change in the bidder's capability to undertake the project from the time it submitted its eligibility requirements. Should such review uncover any misrepresentation made in the eligibility requirements, statements or documents, or any changes in the situation of the bidder, which will affect the capability of the bidder to undertake the project so that it fills the eligibility criteria. The procuring entity shall consider the said bidder as ineligible and shall disqualify it from obtaining an award or contract in accordance with rules 21, 22, and 23 of the revised IRR. Then we have the procurement timeline. So a complete set of bidding documents may be acquired by interested bidders on January 2025 to February 11, 2025 at the Office of the Procurement Unit, and upon payment of the applicable fee for the bidding documents pursuant to the latest guidelines issued by the JPPB. It may also be downloaded free of charge from the website of the PhilJeps and DPWH website, www.dpwh.gov.ph, provided that the bidder shall pay the non-refundable fee for the bidding documents not later than the submission of their bids. Bid must be duly received by the Box Secretariat through manual submission or electronic submission on and before 10 a.m. on February 11, 2025. Late bids shall not be accepted. Bid opening shall be at 2 o'clock p.m. on February 11, 2025 at the conference room of the procurement unit. Only authorized liaison officer whose name appears on the contractor's registration certificate with the presentation of his or her ID duly issued by the construction firm or special power of attorney shall be allowed to submit or drop bidding documents. The back of the DPWH-Abra DEO reserves the right to reject any and all bids, declare a failure of bidding, or not award a contract at any time prior to contract award in accordance with Section 35.6 and 41 of the 2016 revised IRR of RA 9184 without thereby incurring any liability to the affected bidder or bidders. Interested bidders may obtain further information from the Office of the Procurement Unit, Department of Public Works and Highways, Abra DEO, Rizal Street, Zone 7, Bangued. We have that, sir, with the procurement time.
Are there any questions, clarifications? Hearing none, that concludes our procurement of goods and services. Now let us proceed with the procurement of consultancy services. Contract ID number 24 CSPA 0003 Consultancy Services for the detailed engineering design of Calaba Viaduct, Roadway approaches and other related works project, Barangay Calaba, Bangued, Abra. ABC is 7,567,350 pesos. Okay, the back receives how many envelopes we have received? The back receives 2, and they are as follows: Sarel Engineering Consultancy and Rolando C. Sison Surveying Office. Okay, now let us proceed with the opening of the eligibility envelope of the prospective bidders to check the submitted documents of each bidder against the checklist of the documents to ascertain if they are all present using a non-discretionary pass-fail criterion and shall be determined as either eligible or ineligible.
Review the eligibility documents. Our Sarel Engineering Consultancy, Consulting Engineers, Economists and Planners, for 24 CSPA 0003. hear the expression of interest, the checklist of eligibility requirements for the consulting services, and the legal documents, the field of certificate, PTI, mayor's permit, tax clearance. The statement of completed projects, the statement of ongoing projects, the statement of principal and key staff for the consulting services involving regulated professions. When the order of the date, related financial statement, NFCC. We have here the eligibility document for Orlando C Session Surveying Office for 24 CSPA 0003 with the expression of interest, with jet registration, DTI, mayor's permit, tax clearance, statement of completed projects, with the statement of ongoing projects, with the statement of the consultant specifying its nationality, the list of personnel, and review curriculum vitae, the audited financial statement, NFCC.
Thus the required documents are all present.
Yes.
And based on the results of the eligibility check, Section and Sorel are rated pass for all the eligibility requirements, therefore they are considered eligible for shortlisting. The criteria and rating system to be used for shortlisting shall be in accordance with DPWH Department Order Number 140 Series of 2022. Okay, we are now done with the eligibility checking. Are there any clarifications or questions? Announcements?
Please be advised that on February 5, 2025, we will be conducting the credit of one project under goods and other related services and 6 civil works projects. So the credit will be at 10 in the morning on February 5. That's all.
Are there any matters to be discussed? Are there any matters?
Yes, sir.
Hearing none, and there being no other matters to be discussed, thank you for your presence. This meeting is now adjourned.